Hi, my name is Giles. Today I'm going to demonstrate the loading of the new Hay Boss feeders. Karen and I have been feeding round bales for years now. We've recognized the benefits of round bale feeding. I won't bore you with that, but there's a lot of studies on horses eating through a net on a round bale feeder. They can eat all the time without getting too fat. They don't fight with each other while they're doing that. They don't crib. They seem to be more content and happier horses. And there's lots and lots of data out there telling you how much healthier it is for a horse to eat all the time. So this is typically how you find the hay feeder after the horses have finished it. I'm going to go ahead and open it up and get it ready to load it. The bale feeder is ready to load. The next thing I'm going to do is what I call skinning the bale, preparing it. Before I put it in, I go around and I cut the bottom part of the bale off. Now our particular bales, the bale wrap comes underneath the bale, and that can be kind of hard to get off if you don't cut it off first. So I just go ahead and I take off the bottom 4 or 5 inches. Now the bale's ready to set into the feeder. We've removed the bottom part just so that when I get it in there, it's no longer going to be sitting underneath the bale and hard to get off. I've gone around the bale now. I'm going to leave approximately a 6-inch strip on the top and a 6-inch strip on the bottom. We leave that on to hold the bale together so it doesn't fall apart when we put the nets on. We're told you don't have to do that, but we feel like this is the least amount of waste. So now I'm going to leave those 2 strands and I'm going to peel off or skin the center part of the bale. So I cut down to the bands that I have left. The sharper the knife, the better. A regular knife doesn't cut her. An X-Acto knife like this is the best thing I've found. It's really important that it be sharp. I'm kind of careful about how I take this off, trying to leave the most amount of hay stuck to the bale. So I kind of peel it away, kind of holding the hay in place. Okay, now we have the center part of the bale skinned. Bale feeder is equipped with brakes. I've got to release these two brakes on this side. So I push that in, push that up, that one's released. And same thing on the other side. These rollers are spring mounted, and as the horses or whatever animals, it could be donkeys or mules or goats, which by the way, it comes in different size nets for different animals. As they eat, the spring-loaded rollers will collapse the netting around the bale. Okay, so I simply pull the net out about as far as I can, and I go ahead to wrap the bale. I lock that side in place. Like that. Same on both sides. Now we have our nets holding the bale. I can go ahead now and remove the two 5-inch strips that I left on there, pull them out, secure the locks, and the bale's ready for horses. On the rollers. There are two guiding cables that guide the nets in as the horse seats it down. We hook them to the net on the opposite side of the rollers, so as it collapses, it pulls the net in even. That's it. The bale feeder is now ready. We moved it out here today instead of doing it in the pen, simply because we wanted to spot out of the wind, and otherwise we could have shown it right within the pen itself. You'll see there's a little bit of hay on the ground, probably 3 or 4 handfuls. And one other thing I want to talk about with what's really important about these feeders is, can you come closer, Karen? As a horse pulls the hay out, it comes like that, and as it does it, now this hay is really nice hay, but when we've fed dusty hay over the years, and as the horse pulls the hay out, you'll see the dust drift off into the wind. I'm not saying you should feed dusty hay, but if you have dusty hay, it's not a factor. Feeding through a net like this, any net, because the dust actually disappears as the horse pulls it out. Regular round bale feeding, the horses have a tendency to put their nose in and bury in to the bale as they eat it, and the dust is trapped within the cavity that they stick their nose in. You'll see them with holes, and they're just loading the horse with dust. It can't get away. This is great. Last year we had poor hay, fed it through the net, and I don't remember having a horse cough. But any other time we fed that kind of hay, we had to water it down. So it's really efficient. It's the cheapest way to feed hay that I know of, and probably the most beneficial to a horse health-wise. Stops the cribbing, stops the fighting in the pen. I think this is the best innovation that I've seen come along in a long, long time, making feeding round bales as easy as possible.